Hey guys, what's up? It's Apollo here. I hope you guys are doing well, and I welcome you back to Total War Warhammer. What you're gonna see here today is a siege battle on a beautiful custom map, a custom settlement. It's just stunning. I mean, look at it. It is gorgeous. It is amazing what these modders are able to accomplish with some simple modding tools. So hopefully in the next historical title, they release some modding tools, or even games that have already released like Rome 2 or Attila. If they could just release some modding tools, it would bring so much life to the game, because you guys know how much I love my siege battles, and it would make it so interesting, so dynamic and diverse, and just playing these crazy awesome settlements. It would be so much fun and very interesting to watch. So fingers crossed they do something with the next historical title. But what we're gonna see here today, this custom map is called the Assault on the Silver Pinnacle. It's basically a very high up mountain fortress, and the cool thing about this one is that the attackers can attack from multiple different locations. They can deploy from multiple different locations. So you've got the main location down south that leads to the main gate, but you also have these like warships, these flying warships, which you can deploy on the other side of the settlement. So as the defender, you've got to defend multiple different choke points. So let me show you these flying machines over here. Look at these. Look at this. This is so cool. And yes, they're mostly cosmetic, but the cool thing about these is that they have a functioning cannon. This cannon works and it is deadly. So that just makes, again, like, that's so awesome. The modders, man, just going way beyond the Call of Duty and just bringing so much uniqueness to Warhammer. And because of these cannons, if you look at the deployment here, or not the deployment, but the layout of the fortress, it looks like it's pretty easy to defend because it's just a narrow pathway, a bridge. Well, it's difficult because of that cannon, because it can fire straight down that bridge and do a lot of damage to the defenders. Also, the other war cannon has, or the other warship also has a cannon as well. So you got to watch out for that as the defenders. But yeah, that's pretty much the map. So let's go ahead and look at these army comps. So I'm going to be commanding Bretonia. Jackie Fish is playing as the Wood Elves, and we're taking on two evil factions. We're taking on Chaos, and we're taking on the Greenskins. The Greenskins mostly attacking from the warship. So let's real quick look at the army comps. We are playing on large armies, so you're going to see a ton of troops on the battlefield. Let's start with my Bretonian boys. So on the walls, I've got about 6 units of peasant bowmen with fire arrows. I've got about 4 or 5 units of battle pilgrims. They're going to help hold the walls. Down here, I do have just a lord for my general, just a generic lord. I have a trebuchet, or field trebuchet, for artillery. And this is like my final stand right here. If my foot squires can't be victorious, then we're doomed. I've got about 5-6 units of foot squires ready to put down the final stand. And I also have some men-at-arms with pole arms, about 5-6 units of them. They're mostly going to be defending the gate and other strategic choke points. You can see I've got a rear guard, I guess you could say. I also have some Grail Knights as well, so 2 units of Grail Knights. And then over on this side, I have 2 units of Grail Guardians, which are even better than the Grail Knights, or at least they're more expensive. Now, the reason I have them in the back is because there's a lot of space back here to fight, so I'm going to use them kind of aggressively, try to get some cycle charges, and soften up this flanking orc force. Let's now move on to Jackie Fish's army. So he is bringing mostly, I would say, the Eternal Guards with shields, so mostly spearmen, but he does have, of course, lots of archers. He's got the Glade Guard, Starfire Shafts. He has 1 unit of cav. It's the Sisters of the Thorn, which is like a skirmishing stag cav. He has more archers on the walls. These are the Deepwood Scouts, pretty good archers right there. And then back here, he's got his reserve, kind of like my Foot Squires. He's got his Wildwood Rangers. This is a nice shock cav. And then for his general, this is just a Glade Lord on horseback. Very cool. And then he's got the War Dancers. And for some monsters or creatures, he's got the dryads, and he also has some treekin, which these guys are pretty good at holding the front line, which is what the elves kind of struggle with, is holding the front line. So hopefully with these creatures, he'll be able to hold back the back ranks. Really, I'm mostly focusing on the front gate. So let's now move on to the attackers. We'll start with Chaos. So Chaos in the front lines, he's got some Chaos Marauders. He has a Giant, and then he has Kolek, the Sun Eater, and he has a Dragon Ogre, and back here he's got the Chaos Warriors with great weapons and very nasty infantry. More Chaos Warriors with great weapons in the back ranks. And we also have, well, this is the Orcs, but the Orcs are sending over one unit of the Boar Boy Big Guns. So I think that's pretty. Oh, Hell Cannon. We cannot forget the Hell Cannon. He also has some back reserves here, kind of hidden in the forest. He's got some Forsaken. I love the Forsaken. Very cool sword infantry. Let's move on to the rest of the forces. Actually, Chaos still has some troops back here. It looks like mostly Chaos Marauders and some flying units. So he's got the Chaos Feral Manticore, and he also has a Sorcerer, Chaos Sorcerer. All right, so the Greenskins, they've got a lot of cav actually. So over here, he's got some Night Goblin archers who are going to try to skirmish, try to compete with the elves. Good luck. And then he has some black orcs, and then he has Grimgore Ironhide for his general. More black orcs, so 2 units of black orcs over on this side. Again, most of his army is located here, which it's going to be hard to tell to look at all the units, but it's mostly, it looks like we got a goblin big boss, and we have black orcs and some chariots, some orc boar chariots mixed in with some orc boys. So he's got some cav, just standard boar cav in the mix. So that's really pretty much it for the armies. So we can go ahead and get started with the battle. Alright guys, so here we go. My strategy here was to buy as much time for the archers. I felt like the strength of our army is in the skirmishing detachment of our forces. So I'm gonna push forward my pole arms and defend this gate. Also, not only is this a solid strategy, but it looks really cool. And that's always most important in these battle replay. No, I'm just kidding. But here comes the pole arms. They're storming out. Hopefully we can form up before Chaos advances. Now, Chaos is going to push very aggressively. You can see our arrow towers are doing some damage, but he's pretty smart here to send up his lesser troop because obviously they're cheaper and they're going to absorb most of the ammo. So that's a pretty good, it's kind of like a cannon fodder strategy, which is kind of what you have to do in this situation because of, well, the bridge, the narrow pathway, and all the archers that are going to bring down hell upon them. We also have, oh god, look at this, we've got the hell cannon firing down into our position, which is not a good sign. But here we go, my archers are soon to be in range. My pole arms are pretty much in formation. Actually, it's probably the elves who are going to fire first because I assume they have better range than my peasant bowmen. There they go. There they go. They're firing their bows. Let's see the damage done over here. Oh, yeah. Imagine having to storm this wall. It would be horrible. And the hail cannon, now it's trying to soften up the front ranks. Oh, my God. Here comes all those arrows. Look at, you can see the fire arrows are hitting. This is absolutely gorgeous, doing tons and tons of damage. Alright, so let's zoom out. Let's actually do some slow motion here because, again, because of all the pathways and different choke points, it's very chaotic. So you can see I've charged in most of my cav. Also, I forgot to show you this, but I have the Green Knight, who is just a monster of a hero. He seems a little OP in my opinion. He just is invincible. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm trying to hold back the orc cav and buy time. Really, for the attackers on this map, it's all about timing, right? You want to attack on all fronts at the same time. So if we can try to disrupt the timing here, we can definitely try to focus down one area and try to, win one side at a time and then shift our units over to the other sides. Yeah, Green Knight, get some. There you go. Awesome. So the cav battle has begun over back on this side. Let's go back over to the main gate because this is some juicy fighting here. So back to normal speed. Where we have my peasant bowmen. They're doing great. Look at, we're breaking most of these marauders before they even reach the front line. But that's okay. That was kind of his strategy. There we go. Go, marauders, go. Get to the front line. No, bringing shame to the chaos gods here. He's going to meet my men in the front line here. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. So he's charging in. We also have a giant. We definitely need to focus down our archers on that giant. Oh my god, so chaotic, and you can see the flying warship in the background that is absolutely beautiful. Here comes the giant. He's going to crush my men. Oh god, could you imagine being one of the pole arms and being like, all right, we're doing okay. I mean, we're holding back these marauders. They're not too bad with the archer support. And then you see this giant chaos giant, and it's terrifying. But thankfully, Jackfish is focusing down his archers on this giant. Now we have some Forsaken storming into the front line. My men-at-arms, my pole arms, are definitely gonna, well, they're gonna probably break pretty soon. The morale is definitely shrinking here, and that might be it for the outer defenses. But I think I bought enough time to where our archers racked up a ton of kills. But we'll see if that was good enough. Let's go back over to this side where my Cav's still fighting the green skin Cav. My green knight, he's still going to town fighting with the Cav forces. You can see the cannon firing over at the ranks. Yep. Whoa. So yeah, that was the cannon. You see that explosion there? That's from the warship. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, because, let me slow it down again. Because of the crazy micro going on the multiple fronts, I was not able to micromanage my Cav that effectively because I was so focused on the main gate. But what I'm doing here now is I'm pushing up 2 units of men-at-arms and some archers up on this like slight little platform. Not slight, it's actually a pretty steep platform, which I'm going to try to use to support my Cav and fire down some arrows. Over on the other side, no movement here. Actually, no movement. The green skins are just hanging back. They're just waiting, which I guess he's just waiting for a good opportunity to attack. The wood elves here have suffered some casualties because of that cannon from the warship, but nothing too costly. So let's go back to normal speed. Excuse me. The Grail Guardians are doing a good job against his Orc Boar boys. We're chewing them up. They're breaking pretty quickly. But this is a losing battle for me. But again, my goal is not necessarily to win here, just to slow down the greenskins and hopefully, you know, make their assault not as organized. Is what I'm trying to say. But here comes more men-at-arms. They're going to protect the archers on the front here, and we're going to defend this choke point. Let's head back over to the main gate. Let's see the progress here. So yes, we now have some Chaos Warriors storming the walls, and it looks really cool. Like, you see how it looks like the ladders, well, it doesn't look like it, they've glitched. The ladders are glitched, but me and Jackfish, we were talking about this, and we were saying, like, yeah, that actually looks better than just having ladders randomly appear. Like, it looks like they're just climbing the walls. Like, that's how it should be. So I don't mind that glitch whatsoever. And my battle pilgrims, they're doing their best trying to fight off this great Chaos Warrior. It's the Chaos Warriors. And now he has his general getting closer, keeping his troops inspired. He's finally making some progress here. We've got more Chaos Warriors with great weapons coming up this way. Unfortunately, I've left my archers right in the front line, but that's okay. They're going to have to just fight. We got some archers. This guy was thinking about firing, but he decided not to loose his arrow. More battle penguins, or battle penguins, battle pilgrims. They're holding the line. Here comes that hell cannon. Oh man, right over the top, and he might actually hit some elves. No, right. Oh, and destroys. It looks like a rooftop there. But the battle for the walls is really taking off. He has some flying units now. He's got the Manticore, who is getting chewed up by Jackfish's archers. If he's going to charge in with flying units like that, we are going to focus him down with all of our superior archer force, and that is causing this Manticore to break, which is fantastic. Still no assault across the bridge. Over on this side, my Cav has pretty much died. I've fallen most of them back, so I've got Cav back here. So I didn't lose all of my Cav, but I lost most of it. Down here, he actually charged in his Goblin Big Boss. Not sure why he charged him in alone like that, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Now I'm charging in an extra unit of men-at-arms to support the front rank. Charge! Hold back. Let's see, what is this? What unit is this? This is the Orc Board boys. So not like crazy awesome Cav, but you know, against my pole arms, they're really not going to do much. See, my archers firing? Actually, no, they're not. Why? Fire archers, you lazy bums. That's why you're peasants. Alright, so let's go back over to the main wall where he's setting up more and more troops. Jackyfish has committed some Wildwood Rangers to try to contain and fight for these walls. More arrows going into the air. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that volley. Oh, geez. Chaos is really causing some issues. Jackyfish's archers are now in trouble as well. He's going to shoot off a little volley. They're going to go for the troops climbing up the walls. That is awesome. But unfortunately, it doesn't kill any one of those Chaos Warriors. And my Battle Pilgrims, they're doing all right. But it's only a matter of time until they break against this sheer, just massive Chaos force. Got more soldiers fighting here as well. Come on, hold. Hold, Pilgrims. That's okay. I still have my reserve. I still have my Trebuchet firing. We do have a pretty epic battle going on at the main gate. He's got his general. He's got the Chaos Giant who just fell after all of that fighting going on for that front line. He just now has fallen. And now Kolek is pretty upset. That was his favorite giant. And he's gonna show his anger by smacking his... He's gonna release his anger is what I'm trying to say. By smacking around that Warhammer and just destroying my foot squires. We also have the ogre over here, the dragon ogre. So it's pretty epic going on back there. Let's see what's happening over on this side. Nothing yet. The greenskins decided to hang back. I'm quite confused on why the greenskins are being so passive when his ally is going all in. Now, unfortunately, he has broken through on this flank. He's got his general leading the charge. What do you expect from Bretonnian infantry? They're breaking pretty quickly. My archers are breaking, so I decided to fall back. And now my ally Jackyfish, he's gonna... Oh, here comes a charge. Here comes some marauders. So Chaos, at least he realizes that, hey, I've got to help my own army. I've got to send over some troops to try to flank around. But with the breaking here of this little platform, it's going to make it more difficult because now we have to defend this location. I'm setting up some knights. Maybe I can get some... Actually, I'm coming around the flank here. I see a slight opening in their battle lines right there. So I'm going to try to get a good cav charge and hopefully break them pretty quickly. They are just Orc Marauders. But what do we have over here? We've got some spells coming down from the Chaos Sorcerer, I can imagine. But it's still not enough. Now Chaos is starting to run through the streets here. He's defeated the troops up on the walls. And here comes the Chaos Warriors now surrounding. I've got to commit in more foot squires. So I'm charging in extra troops. I've got to hold this gate. We cannot lose this gate. So there they go. Charging in with those giant two-handed swords. And more Chaos Warriors coming in, attacking Jackyfish's archers, which is not a good sign. We need to protect those archers. I sent back the Green Knight to protect the gate now. Come on, Green Knight. You got to defend that gate. We missed it, but I went for a hammer and anvil, like a flanking cav charge on the side of these marauders. Jackyfish now throwing in some treekin to help defend this this front line. Where are the greenskins? Oh, here they come. Here comes that massive cav force. They're running down my retreating troops, unfortunately. And also, here comes the chariots. Let's watch the point of view of the chariots as they muscle their way, getting ready to charge. I've got some back reserve of some pole arms. Let's see if they can hold against these chariots. Oh, no. They just rip through, and now they're going for the dryads. Oh, look at them. Oh, man. This giant, like, spear weapons. Beautiful. And then close behind, he's got more cav and infantry. Let's exit out of there. Yep, here comes the savage orc boar boys. So they're closing in. My poor polearms are surrounded by chariots and cav. He also has some infantry, some black orcs marching their way at a steady pace. And they're going to follow up on that cav charge where we've got our broken formation. And it's a pretty tough situation. The balance of power is still slightly in favor of the attackers. So we still have a lot of work to do. My Green Knight is surrounded, but this bastard is tough as hell. And then back here, this is just some massive chaos going on here, literally because of the Chaos Warriors. But his general is actually, that's not his general. That's not Kolek. That's just the dragon. I think Kolek decided to fall back. Actually, I think he broke, but he's returned. The hail cannon, oh, that's right. We missed this, but the hail cannon was destroyed. You can see Jackyfish's eagle. So rip in peace, eagle, you glorious creature. He sacrificed his eagle to destroy the hail cannon. So that one sacrifice saved hundreds of lives. But Chaos is starting to get a little bit of a stronghold here. They're really just pushing back our defenders. My foot squires are starting to waver, which is a little disappointing because they have 73 left in their unit. At this point in the battle, my army was pretty much broken. I don't have a lot of troops. I've got a couple archers and mostly heroes. We are winning on this flank, and the greenskins also pushing over on this side as well. Here comes the black orcs. They're cutting through the Eternal Guard with shields. I've got a couple knights in the mix trying to support them, try to help hold that front line. Archers firing back here, trying to kill all these Night Goblin archers. Let's slow-mo because there's actually some critical moments that happen at this point of the battle. So we saw an opportunity, I believe, or maybe it doesn't happen yet, or maybe it already happened. Oh, I'm so sorry. I guess it hasn't happened yet because, well, I'll explain later. So let's go back to normal speed. I'm sorry. We'll go back to over to this main fight where it's mostly tree people and my pole arms holding back the black orcs, the most elite orcs of the orc tribes of the greenskins. One of the most elite orcs. The black orcs trying to muscle their way in. It looks like we actually have a spell. No, that's just... What is that? Oh, it's just a dryad. That's just the symbol. Yeah, the icon for the dryad. It looks like some kind of mage. Actually, I think he has his general, the Glade Lord. Yeah, the Glade Lord is also helping hold this front line. So we cannot break. We cannot waver on any of these fronts. Actually, he's flanking. How did these black orcs get behind us? What is going on? This is terrible. The lines are crumbling. Look at all the troops just shattering here, wavering to the sight of these Chaos Warriors. And this is actually a really close battle because of both sides just wavering. They're both wavering, so who's going to win this one? I think it's going to come down to numbers, and I think we have slightly more troops. My Green Knight still in the front line, fighting back to back with the damsel, which I forgot to show you at the beginning, but I did have a damsel who is focused around the beast. All right, so the goblin archers are breaking. They're actually quite close to the front line. I guess he decided to charge in the night goblins, but because, oh no, he charged in his cav. So Jackiefish using his, what are they called? The Sisters of the Silver Thorn, or Sisters of the Thorn. They're charging in, killing most of these goblins. They're a really good cav unit, so they're pretty nasty. Also, I sent around some knights and attacked the flank of the greenskins, hoping to break them. He's got an orc shaman over here, so if we can kill them, that would be a huge help in this struggle. But I decided to leave my Grail Guardians to fight in melee, prolonged melee, just to try to overwhelm these black orcs and hope the treekin can break them and hold the line against these guys. There's Jackiefish's general. He's right in the thick of it. He's still pretty healthy, so he's got a lot of health. He doesn't have to worry about him dying. He's got some extra troops. I think we won. Yep, we won on this flank after a nasty, brutal battle. So now Jackiefish can maneuver over extra men to support this main gate. There we go. We finally killed the Dragon Ogre. And the rest of our infantry are closing in. We've got some greenskin cav, though. Look at that. The Green Knight is becoming a Red Knight because he's just covered in blood. And I think I have my gen. Yeah, my Lord is in the thick of this fight as well. It's kind of hard to see him because the camera. There he is. He's surrounded by some foot squires and some elven archers. So he's not standing alone. He's not surrounded by enemies. But yeah, we're starting to break their numbers. The greenskins, they're still somewhat alive over here, but again, we're starting to break them quite a bit. And the black orcs are now facing some Wildwood Rangers, which is a pretty tough fight for them because they are starting to waver, and they can notice their ally is starting to break on all fronts. There we go. Yep, there they go. They've shattered. Oh, wow, they shattered. So they're not even going to return to the battlefield. And let's see what's going on back here. He threw in his Hell Cannon crew. Some dwarves, some Chaos Dwarves. Oh, no. There you go. Kill him. Yeah. Huzzah. And we have a Pyrrhic victory. So or Pyrrhic victory, my bad. So yeah, it was a great fight. I hope you enjoyed the siege battle because I was having a blast playing. I was cheesing pretty hard. Now, I was thinking about looking up some mods to make the battles last a little bit longer. As you can tell, this video is not super long. Now, Jackie Fish, he told me that most custom settlement battles take about 30 to 40 minutes, which is really the ideal length. You don't want it too long. So I might not mess with the mods. It just depends on the settlement. Now, this was a pretty small settlement. It's straight to, just straight to action. So that's probably why it was so quick. But definitely let me know how you feel about these custom settlements. Do you want to see more siege battles in Warhammer? Just let me know, because I'm loving it. Regardless if you want to see more or not, I'm going to be playing it because it is really, really fun to play. So let's end the replay and look at the stats here. And look how my Green Knight got 112 kills, which is pretty impressive considering he's just one man. My Men-at-Arms polearms, they did their job. Not amazing, but again, the Bretonnian infantry is not crazy good, but my battle pilgrims did outstanding, most of them. And then my foot squires, actually, I would say doing worse overall compared to the battle pilgrims. Now, they could have been fighting more monsters and more elite units compared to the battle pilgrims. My archers doing great, 103, 105. Definitely a mix of numbers there, but overall, I think my archers did good. And then my cav did okay. Again, I could have managed them a little bit better. Trebuchet getting 49. Jackie Fish's army, here's his stats. Wow, his Treekin did great. His archers did great. He got a ton of kills with his archers. And of course, his infantry, the shield, the Eternal Shield Guard there, wonderful. If you look at the attackers, Emperor's Own, he was leading the Greenskins. He brought a lot of cav and Night Goblins. I think if he just brought more infantry, he would have been a little bit more effective, or even just a catapult. The rules were max 1 catapult, or artillery, I should say. And unfortunately, Greenskins did not bring any or any flying units. He could have gotten a mount or something. But here's the chaos. Look at 104 kills with the Hell Cannon. It could have been more too if he protected it against Jackie Fish's Eagle. But yeah, that wraps it up, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you enjoyed it, let me know, and I'll see you next time.